Yeah. Bit of Counter-Strike to start your day. Vitality, NIP, 3 games at once. What a treat we've got on this Super Series. And boy, this one is really going to rock and roll the groups. Very close right now. And a lot on the plate to see who's going to be going through. Vitality on that CT side. It's NIP's map pick, and they're out with the pistols. Bit of util on Nork as well, and running right up alt mid. Vitality might meet them in the middle.
Oh, RPK delivering.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right, RPK. You cheeky little man. And now Masuta is also in prime position to keep an eye on this bomb. I love what we're getting out of Vitality early. NIP, they do have ZTR deep within this A bomb site, but he's going to go back into alt mid now and get this bomb from underneath enemy control.
Yeah, plenty of time to do it. That's the one thing he has on his side. Creeping through, he's been spotted now, hoping for a one-on-one. Smoke dropped and Apex spamming through. He has a P2K, so he has the ammo to spam, right? Don't want to do that with a USP, he might run dry. And ZTR has walked right through. Apex giving him the room. The door will need to be opened if he doesn't cross the bridge, but he's trying to take a one-on-one there. Instead, he's got Masuta trap jumping around the corner, and he can't kill him. It's Team Vitality taking the pistol. I love the pace there, right? Push down mid, get past ult, NIP come up mid ult really fast, and they don't even check their back. Why would they? Even after the bomb gets dropped, the banana players push as well. Vitality don't give any respect to NIP. Got some deegs in. Oh, those mollies are getting hot. Plopsky, surely no way he survives. It's not going to spread. He lives in the corner, not for long. Apex, oh, he can't get the kill. Plopsky, how is he still alive? How is he fighting? Should be a dead man. Bullets and fire won't stop him, and now Masuta has to. Calling for a rotate. Shox is on patrol right now, running in through CT. Masuta's still in a very dangerous position. Shox's nade could do the damage. Oh, Hampus ready with another, and these deagles are delicious right now for the Ninjas. 5 on 3, they've taken some heavy health away, but if they execute into this one-man hold in the B bomb site, it should be a smooth move to find their first.
Yeah, it's looking good right now. They're trying to get in, they're trying to get past this, and with the smokes now down, cutting out Shox from the round. It's a pretty rough spot to be in now for Vitality. He can try and deny the bomb plant. The spam is almost dead on. There's no prizes for almost here. Vitality, they needed kills to propel them into this retake. And those have not provided them.
Even that nade almost kills Hampus, right? Down to 6 off of the plant. Vitality can't catch a break, but now they need to break back into this bomb site. Hampus waiting for another D kill and might get it. Does some damage, but no rush to peek here. And Vitality, they know this one's already past the port of call. They've got to get out and save, but NIP winning the round off time alone and looking to hunt these kills, and that they do too in spawn. And everyone falls here for Team Vitality. They can't get the retake. Man, they can't even get out of the bomb site. And NIP already throwing a spanner in the works early in this T side. Their force, and now Vitality, who are just down in the dumpster, right? 1,400 per player. They basically have to rebuy. They have to contest this force by war, but it's not going to be easy.
Nah, man, you hate these force by wars, especially if you're Vitality. Right, this CT side, pretty rough spot to be in when you get put in a situation like this, especially when there's so much riding on this game, right? Not the start you wanted. NIP, though, they're very, very content with how this is shaped up. If they're able to find this, suddenly they're off to a very, very good start here on Inferno. They get out into top middle with all this utility, right? They use that long smoke to force players off the angle. They molly out the short side. They throw a bit of a fake in towards B. And right now, Vitality do have 3 players stacked up here. I'm imagining the end goal for NIP is to go back into this A bomb site, right? They leave Banana, now they set up at A, looking to move in. And Vitality still with only 2 here. It's not what you want. We're hoping that these two players in the site, ZywOo and RPK, can put on a bit of a hold. RPK, the Silver Fox, lurking alone up in the apartments. Plopsky seems determined to check for him, but it's actually ZTR to beat him to the break. So now the man advantage taken, the bomb plant coming in. Vitality are at least here and nearby, ready to retake, but bomb's already going down. NIP just holding their ground with that bomb in their favor. The pistol tries to hit a good timing. A nice attempt from Apex, but nothing connects. And so it's nice, it's clean, it's exactly what we wanted from NIP. Now keeping 4 alive, maybe it gets a little worse, but it shouldn't get much worse.
Yeah, what a flash as well. Masuta blinds 2 players in the site, but that CZ, man, it's not 2015 anymore. That gun struggling to get anything done with it. It's crazy watching pros use that weapon. Like, they can just 2-tap people from across the map. I can't even... I mean, Apex, that's exactly what happens when I use it as well. Don't worry. It's nothing personal. Yeah, that gun can be a fickle beast at best, but NIP finding 2-1 and running away with his T side. Look at those shots. Look how close. He draws an outline of his opponent. It's not enough, Harry.
So Vitality, man, they need this 2-0. They need it to happen. And with how this game has started, that is anything but guaranteed. That's what's on the line if this Vitality squad want to reach playoffs. And man, you think about the year that this team had in 2020, right? And how good things were looking, how this was a team that was always reaching playoffs, always reaching grand finals for that matter. It felt like, right? And then only occasionally getting them over the line. But regardless, like, these were faces you expected to see in the playoffs of big events. And now it's left hanging in the balance. Already, we've lost a few players over here towards B. There's only Apex left standing. He does have a Deagle. Can't deliver the kill. And so this round is locked in for NIP. It's another nice, clean, easy round, as it should be. Next round is where things really get excited.
Yeah, and I'm really interested by this series because they've come out, NIP have come out and said, like, oh, ZTR, this young player, this very new player to the pro scene is cooling right now on 2 maps, that being Overpass and Nuke. Our follow-up maps in this series, Nuke, then Overpass. So we're going to get ZTR cooling in this series. I think that's really interesting. For the main reason being, when NIP made this change last year to bring in Hampus over Letcro was performing really well, but maybe as a whole, NIP weren't happy with the cooling, right? Letco was brought in as a fragger, turned IGL, and they wanted a more consistent in-game leader, right? Especially for when LAN came back. That's what they said to us at the start of the year when they brought in Hampus. And so to see, you know, not only like that look good and Hampus is calling, like definitely show improvements, but then you swap it out and you let a young gun cool. It shows some faith from NIP. Don't get me wrong. They're giving a lot of, you know, props to ZTR and his ability and his knowledge of the game. But it does make me wonder, like, well, if that was the plan all along, you know, interesting to see. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. We've got to see how this NIP team goes through in this group and whether, you know, in playoffs they can make a run here. The man mentioned ZTR in the apartments, looking at the left side, 2 on his right, though. ZywOo short. He's not in a hurry. He's waiting for NIP to group up mid. This Molotov is going to bounce as well into the hallway. Oh no, it's going over the top, rather. It's not the apps one. Into short. That pushes ZywOo back. ZTR trying to clear corners. Shox will not let him. Grabs himself an AK. They can just reset now, falling out of the apartments as Hampus gets there too late.
Yeah, look at this little buddy system, man. This little friendship from Vitality. RPK and Shox just maneuvering through the apartments together. That kill goes untraded, and so for NIP, you know, never given the opportunity to take that back into a 4-on-4. They need to start looking for resolutions elsewhere, and they've got to be pretty quick about this. You know, there's 40 seconds left. Time is starting to become of the essence. You know, you're starting to run out of it. Looks like they do want to commit to this A play, and that would be the right call to make. Vitality have just rotated a man over towards that B site. Now they clear out Banana. They get this information ahead of time that it's not B. So Shox and Co, they just sprint down the Banana to come on this fast flank into the A bomb site. Low HP on Plopsky. He's the first man out of the round. And there's even more where that came from. This crossfire still delivering down in the pit. The flanks were never even needed up through Banana, as Vitality, they get it done with just the players inside of A.
Yeah, they were there in an instant though, right? Even if RPK or Zywoo struggle, like that was going to get cleaned up, no problem. So good hold from the two men. But NIP now back to the drawing board. Had some skew F-buys already in this map. And it's not going to get any easier losing a gun round like that. I like the gamble B, right? It's a good risk to take for Vitality, especially considering they re-aggress in that round, knowing they had NIP on their back. You know, with only 4 players alive. Common to see a team on T-side Inferno just to go for that BXX early. 4 players there this time, but for Vitality, as they throw grenades down and trade places. That now means those B players have more HEs, more Molotovs to disperse in Banana. NIP, oh, they're getting beaten up. Plopsky double dunked to 6. He's going to be given the AWP. Even that smoke down Nork, does he go through? It's a risky move with the bomb, but he will make it across alive. And the rest of NIP are looking to try and find picks on this A site to set them up for another round. No one's giving away anything, though, not even in apps. It's a really tight setup for Vitality. Look at these crossfires. NIP need to work for these kills.
Yeah, Rez has gotten sneaky with it. They need to clear out RPK, though. He's been a real nuisance in this position. Oh, the one AK bullet has given up his position. And the trades are good for NIP. In the blink of an eye, it is all left onto Masuta, who's over at that B bomb site. And while, you know, a long way away, he's just going to have to save this FAMAS. Really not what you wanted to do in this round. Thought there was so many bodies over at that A bomb site, something could have come of it. But the sneaky play from Rez, sneaking up close to the hay bales, proves to work wonders for NIP. And so now arriving at 4 on the board, Hugo. I know we love watching Masuta jiggle his thing over here towards the B side.
Do we?
But, you know, he can jiggle it all he likes, man. You gotta...
That was a really good bait, actually, by the way. Like, Arez, like you said, he got up by the car, he got really sneaky with it, and his teammate spams the box. That forces Zywoo out of position. He never knows that Rez was already up and past him, so he catches him retreating off of the default box. Just a nice little call. Like, sometimes just telling your teammate, shoot, you know, can be enough to distract a player. If you're coming in on a flank and your teammate's in a safe position, you can tell them to shoot, and the CTs will often look the wrong way, or, well, what they think is the right way. But that's how the distraction works. Scout down mid for Zywoo. AWP on Nork, going fast up the Banana, and a teammate will smoke his Molotov to keep him in good health. More grenades for Vitality. Will they be as prosperous as the last time around? That molly on the tree won't find anyone. Plopsky's just stuck in the smoke right now.
Oh, he saw the blood.
Blinded, but still getting the kill. And Bloodlust for Masuta. Finds the first for Vitality, but they're not done at that. Shox gets a kill amid. Rez comes out through the boiler. And now a very tricky spot to be in for the Swedes.
Zywoo's even shooting the AK away over towards short side. I wondered if that was for like anyone on his team to pick up. You know, the buy is in for NIP. They don't care about that dropped AK in middle. And so Zywoo doesn't get the info that one player's crossed out. He saw a second. Is this 3-on-5? But still feels like there's an air of uncertainty around Vitality right now. You know, they've kept 2 over towards B. They're still paranoid that this comes back into a B play. The flash that RPK throws sets him up well. And so it is just left on Nork in the blink of an eye. Pretty quick round. Pretty just done deal from the get-go. You know, 2 kills come in. NIP never reclaim those kills. They never trade them out.
Yeah, Vitality's banana control is really, really good right now. It does help that we're seeing these like early third and sometimes even fourth players coming over to give the illusion like, oh, we've thrown our util, now you can come up B. And then boom, more grenades come out of nowhere. That's an awkward one for Nork. Would love to save the AWP. Like, he could still buy it. ZTR could drop it over as well, but just that little bit more money in the pocket, not there nonetheless. Vitality building into this half, and they get Zywoo and AWP as well, so looking pretty good right now for the Frenchman to pick up steam into this CT side. And yeah, they don't drop the AWP either. They just go straight back to full rifles. Oh, fair enough.
That's a little juicy from Plopsky.
Ouch.
And that's a bit of a big nade in response. Still, you know, you'll take the nade damage and trade of a kill. Great spot for NIP to be in. It's going to apply a lot of pressure to Vitality here, right? They feel the need to rotate players around with Masuta getting that kill and continuing to feel pressure at this B bomb site. We do see a rotation in from Shoxy, now set up in CT.
Yeah, that was it, man. That was the round for NIP right there on a plate. They got the kill. They tried to elevate the pace. Masuta drops that car molly, and that forces a one-on-one. Plopsky had to go into the fight or burn. And with that kill coming in, the stall of the Molotov, NIP go, well, now there's a rotate. Now we can't commit. And now we're stuck in a 4-on-4. Not where they want it to be. This could have been a far prettier picture. But instead now, Vitality are given the room to rotate round, put a third player on this A site, and now walking into ZywOo are the Ninjas. Oh, collat.
Yeah, traded, right? But RPK still down in the pit, and Shock's having to rotate round long side, is now trying to look for a way back into this, right? Hoping to buy some time for his teammate to rotate in Masuta, and now they both take this angle over towards short. Bomb's been planted for NIP. And aggression at long does give that kill away. Shoxy going back for that proves instrumental to this retake for Vitality. Now they've only got Rez left to worry about. He needs a clean kill here. Trying to isolate these engagements, looking for the long fight, but going toe-to-toe with Shoxy, taps him out of the round. Masuta still able to trade, very, very quick in the response. And so just like that, Vitality are on their way to a 4. They tie this game up. It's nice, it's competitive. It's exactly what we wanted from this series.
Yeah, that's tap from Rez as well.
Look at this view.
Yeah, it's cool as hell, right? So we got a collat, but it still got traded, so it didn't matter. I think it was Hampus who got legged through his opponent, or through his teammate rather. Yeah, Rez, man, those taps, that's the second best rated player of EPL so far, so certainly showing it. I love the bait for Shox, man. He groups up with his teammate for the retake. They run from long to short. That gets hurt by Hampus, who's in the side planting. He thinks they're both coming short. Shox then walks back to the smoke on long and catches Hampus trying to flank him. That was by design. That was a perfect read and puts Vitality in a 2-on-1 that they eventually close. Rez burns in a Molotov this round, so put down to 34. Not what you wanted from your hero AK, the one man with armor. So it's not even really worth throwing it over. This is not going to be an easy round either for NIP with just a couple of smokes and flashbangs. One of them coming in on the long side, ZywOo. Oh, the nade could finish the job. Rez, oh, he's got to go, he's got to get out. And he does just about. Scary stuff, finally trading back, giving Nork the AK. As more and more health gets lost, he is only a shot from death, so it wouldn't make a difference, that armor. RPK, oh, he's getting flashed off. They're coming up short quick, and Shox has a crossfire, but now he's out on his lonesome. The flash is really good. They've got an entry. If they can kill Shox, this could be their round, but Shox is hunting them down, dropping another, and it's only Hampus.
Yeah. Shoxy giving them some of that vintage Shox inside of the A side, man. Just lights up this round. Makes it all happen for Team Vitality. And so now Hampus just waiting, hoping, praying that someone gives him a fight. Just come on, overstep the mark a little bit, ZywOo. You're so damn good, you can take me. I'm Hampus, I'm down here in the pit, looking for a fight now into the site, and Shox is just playing with him, just giving him little jiggles, little wiggles. And if you try to go into the site, you won't like what you see at short. There's 2 players here, and so Masuta holds the line, puts 5 on the board for Vitality, and they're now back in the lead.
Yeah, nice anchor hold there for Shox. Needed that in that round, especially with those flashbangs. They were looking really good for NIP. They made the most of a very limited investment with the utility. Bomb plant would have been nice to get a full buy-in. Rez obviously was hoping for it, considering he bought the AK. He's now limited on a deagle. Again, this 4-man B setup. If NIP start catching wind of when this is happening, they're going to start elevating the pace up towards A. But it's not been made clear yet. Oh, Masuta jumping, almost caught. Already, RPK going back, 3 still here. Plopsky waiting in the smoke. Could catch a reload, right? If you hear that going off, you can charge through. This time, grenades don't do a lot of damage for Vitality. And so NIP, they've got a good bit of real estate for very limited cost. And now, only 1 Molotov left in the round. It's back in the A site. So NIP, they haven't really seen much of this B site in this game. Do they would just want to flat out execute in a 5-on-2? If there were any round for it, there's only 2 CTs here to stop them.
NIP, they love taking this control and then, you know, bowing out and moving back into a bit more of a default. This round, they've had Plopsky holding on, not Plopsky, ZTR rather, holding on to these apartments. He's done that a hell of a lot. He'll decide to back out, and so that's our indication that this is going to be a B play, right? You lose ETR and Apps, it means you got to go B, and with just 35 seconds left, the push is now coming in. 3 strong here for Vitality, and Masuta has been Mr. Multi-kill in this series. He's doubled up. Apex is now trying to hold the line. Shoxy goes running into the action, but they do give ZTR those 2 1v1s to carve a path into the clutch. Now a 1v2. ZTR with the bomb planted, both players for Vitality coming through CT. This is not an easy clutch by any stretch of the imagination. Vitality are going to try and play this one together. They're trying to play for the trade. ZTR has his work cut out for it, but in with the first. Oh, with the spray. Not quite enough to deal with RPK, and that trade comes in. Exactly what Vitality were hoping for, right? Good spacing on the CT peak. Don't just get mowed down as they come around the corner. And RPK even saves that AWP for ZywOo. So the bomb plant's in. It's a damn good attempt at the round from ZTR, right? Thinking about the fact that that was, at one point, a 1v4.
Yeah. You take those, right? Bomb plant, bit of money, and whoa, I'm getting motion sickness. Yeah, worth noting, ZywOo got boosted over the long smoke in middle there as well. That's what enabled a pre-rotation to be. We had that third play, I think, with Shox moving over, and Vitality were actually stacked in the site. So without that happening, if NIP went a bit quicker into that B-bomb site, there would never have been 3 players there. Vitality would not have been ready, and that could have gone very differently indeed. ZywOo now on B out of spawn, takes an AWP pick, and runs right back, swapping with Apex. RPK close apps. He's got lots of different ways to play this corner position. They're looking for legs underneath the smoke. But instead, RPK ready to dish out some death. ZywOo's still boosted. He's got mid locked in. RPK hears the drops. They don't even check for him. He's been up here every round. ZTR does get that trade, and that's bought a bit of room here for the bomb plant, but still left on pistols. They can't retrieve that gun from apartments yet, and so Vitality should be good to retake. They're trying to find it. Where'd it go?
Oh, they got it right. ZTR. Been able to locate this gun. Never trusted him with it. Tucked into the pit. There's a long smoke down. The Vitality have had to wait for on the fade. We need to check Boiler. Nork could get away with absolute murder. Only good for 1. Down in the pit now, ZTR redirects his attention to short. The mollies have churned up these 2 short side players. It's another attempt and a big clutch, and the molly burns out Masuta. Oh dear. For Shoxy, he's out of the round. He's saving. He's gone. ZTR. It's a big clutch to find down in the pit. The mollies to shore, the utility there from NIP to win that a man down with mostly pistols still in play was unreal, right? The smoke at long to waste time off the clock, the double molly into short that burns out Masuta, brings Shox so low that he has no choice but to save, and gives so much time to ZTR choosing, you know, which fight he wants to take and when on his terms down in the pit.
Yeah, it's nice to see this guy in a lot of clutch situations, right? Like for upcoming players, well, that can be very daunting indeed. But that's exactly, you know, why he was brought in for individual prowess. Like they believe in his ability, his gunplay, and so putting him in a clutch where he's able to show us that, hit some headshots, smooth moves, all eyes on you. That's what we get out of ZTR. He's got 10 kills right now, only second to Shox in the server. So damn good showing, and especially considering, as said, he will be in-game leading on the next 2 maps of this series. So definitely, you know, we talk about in-game leaders being affected in their calling if they don't have the confidence, if they don't have the kills, if they're struggling in the server, then how are they supposed to make the calls that they want to make? Well, ZTR, not the problem right now, even though it is Hampus leading the comms in this map. Good shot, man. ZywOo, he's been all over this one. Finding openers left, right, and center, B and Apex. It won't deter NIP, who take a lot of room. Vitality fall into a passive setup. with Zywoo back on long in the library, moving up contact. This could be completely by surprise. Vitality don't know what's hit them until it's already happening. Shox, though, in the corner, covering RPK, who does die, but now they have to clear him from the site. Zywoo coming through the long smoke to offer some support, but Shox doesn't need your help. He's got 3, not 4. It's Zywoo to close. What a round. What a hold. And the contact play that looked like it found good timings gets melted.
Yeah, man, it's one of those situations where, like, you know, you can feel like you've hit every right timing, but there's no accounting for the individual brilliance of guys like Shox here. The fact that he goes, I mean, he doesn't even really go unchecked. Everyone's so focused on dealing with RPK and Zywoo over towards site and long that they discount that close position. And, you know, the first player dies to Shox. Second guy into the site is holding for a pit crossfire, which is very, very common setup over on Inferno, right? So he gets caught looking the wrong way. Third guy in's trying to trade, but it's like at that point, you know, like you've sunk a lot of costs into this bomb site, and they're just hoping they can deal with the close player. Shox goes on a bit of a tear, 14-7, a 2-0 KD. Very, very good when, you know, we depend on him to step up. And with that, the money is gone for NIP.
Yeah, they've been here before though, right? They've had a fair few ecos in this T side. And one of them even being successful just a couple of rounds ago. So let's see if they can do that again. Although this one far less to work with. 1 AK on Nork is something, but pretty much the only thing. More grenades, more mollies, Hampers with no smoke. If that spreads, he is a dead man. How is he not cooked to a crisp right now? I don't know. But they have no idea either. Masuta's not going to be ready for a logs player. And so Hampers hears the jumps, but needs to strike at the right time. Plopsky shooting through the smoke is a bit of a bait, and you can see Hampers calling for his team to group up behind it. If he can get this kill, they can just charge into the B-bomb site. Masuta is the only man here. You have to hit the 1 Oh, it's only a tag. Chasing him down, Masuta dropping the smoke, and he gets the kill. That's massive for Masuta. Can he hold on?
He has been good at these multi-kills, right? I called him Mr. Multi-Kill, but the flash has really complicated matters. We're getting good mileage out of Masuta, and he buys enough time for rotations to come in. NIP, they're trying to explode fast on the back of getting these kills. With flashes raining over CT, RPK is set up for the peak. Oh, not this second, though. And there's the spray from Nork that might make this round doable. The bomb is dropped banana side. Nork is on to the AWP, his weapon of choice. In this clutch, a 1v2, and he needs the ace if he wants to get this round for NIP. Never going to be easy. And no one's feeling that now more than Nork.
Wow, look at the respect they're giving him.
Yeah, he's being given a little bit of room, but this CT peak getting held, really drawing out the very limited portions of time that he's got, and so Apex not giving that fight over. I think Vitality played that very, very well, right? They could have tried to prod the site a little bit more, but they decide against it. They realize, look, there's 30 seconds. He's waiting for smokes to fade. If we don't give him these fights, it's going to be very, very hard to win the round. You know, even Apex, if he hadn't have won that fight in CT, by the time that kill would have come in, look, there was like 15 seconds left, right? You've got to run back to Banana, get the bomb, possibly die fighting for it, and then try and get it planted as well with the player nearby. So it was never going to happen for Nork, sadly. Does have that AWP out again in this round, ready to go toe-to-toe with Zywoo, but look at Shox. Look at what Shox is doing. He's all the way down mid, and they've got no idea on the NIP side. He could tear this entire round apart.
Yeah, they were full flashed out. They had no clue that he got to this position. He saw them both jump out doing the flashbang dance. And now Shox, he's here to party. He's waiting for them to cross right by Rez. Oh, he checked it, but not fully. He didn't clear the corner. Now Shox has everything on his plate, ready to bite down onto NIP. 1, 2. Oh, he can't get the second. Nork flicks back with the AWP. Zywoo responds. The bomb is loose in middle, in the choke point. They've got a flash to find it. That has not gone how Shox has wanted, but Zywoo has at least kept it in the advantage. And there's another man in the apartments. Flash, but doesn't matter. Zywoo takes the shot blind. And dear, oh dear, Masuta, you said he needs a multi-kill. He's a man of many. Well, here's another, ready as NIP contact into B.
Yeah, this round's this round kind of decides if this is like a very dominant first half of Vitality or if NIP can close the gap. So Masuta does not want to let this opportunity slip by. He's not given a lot of room, but Apex trades it immediately. Now calling for these rotations. Nork fakes the bomb plant and nails the shot. It's another clutch attempt for Nork. This time a 1v2 and a chance at the 4K. Back towards Dark he goes, hiding an emo, but this guy is not feeling down at all right now. Instead, holding for a banana peak that's never going to arrive. Both players bound through CT. Heading into the retake, Nork. This time he's got time on his side. This time it's Vitality feeling the pressure, and it's the collateral for Nork to put 6 up on the board for NIP, and it smiles all around there. Oh, you could feel the lineup happening, right? They're getting a little close to each other in CT. They're getting a little cozy. And Nork says, nah, mate.
Yeah, what a round from him, man. Finally, NIP getting a clutch over the edge as well. It's been coming up mostly Vitality in these rounds as well, but oh my goodness. Doesn't get much more picture perfect than that. Rez can't believe it, and neither can NIP. They've been given a chance, like you said, to make this half interesting after all, and they're dealing with aggression well. CTR has a teammate by his side to trade, and so NIP already finding a 2-for-1. Zywin with a deagle, too many targets, but he does get the bomb. That's info at least, but at this point, Vitality are cordoned out of the site. Apex has a kid. He's also got a CZ, and we've seen that be the undoing as well. But can it do NIP one instead? He's actually gotten past Plopsky, who's trying to cross to the site. Now Apex alone, 1 mag to play with, 14 bullets left, and he's being flanked as well. It's important the pit player does not die, but oh, Apex has read this one. No, checking long, not the boiler. NIP, they salvage the half, they make it interesting, 7 at the end, and we've got one series on our hands. Join us after the break to see how this one goes. Vitality, NIP will continue.
Shox has been really enthusiastic about the love in the Vitality camp so far at Apex, but tell me what the mood's like right now after that loss yesterday to ENCE.
Well, to be completely honest, this is the second loss we have in the EPL group, but the main problem is that we didn't show up at all, and that's what is pretty frustrating for ourselves when we're playing that way. So yeah, we've been playing pretty bad, even if we won 2 games. The first one was mainly because I showed up a lot and he just carried our ass, to be honest. And again, Mouseport was more a bit of a wake up, but not for the whole situation. So we know we're not playing pretty good. That's the thing. We've been working hard to get better, but it takes time sometimes. And the thing that we have to remind ourselves is that we don't have to give up and just keep going, and it will come back if we give enough energy in that. So yeah, that's it.
There was something Snappy said in his post-game interview yesterday, which was about ENCE playing better when they're having fun, and I'm just wondering, are you guys enjoying the matches at the moment?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's what we're saying a lot of time. Is that, guys, it's just a video game. After all, it's just a video game. We need to enjoy what we do, etc. So yeah, obviously we're telling ourselves that. Sometimes we don't, and it can be seen in the results overall. But yeah, I think that's the thing for almost everyone. Maybe not the Russians, because they're a bit different in that sense, but for the rest, for more emotional countries, I feel like it's the case. You need to have a lot of fun with each other to perform, and yeah, right now maybe we don't have that much fun.
Well, good luck today. Thank you so much for talking to me, Apex.
Feelings don't die around this neighborhood. We used to sell a double pills, young and misunderstood. My homie, tell me what is changing from your point of view. A smaller circle, but the range is some deja vu. I recognize my future, and there is nothing with you. Unless you turn your boat around, success might come recruit you. But unless you analyze in depth that we're steps away from death, 1,000 possibilities, act on it, Johnny Depp. For real, cause we're lonesome trials, trying to know what father brought us down.
10 gamers enter the server, but only 5 may carry on. That's what's on the line here, Hugo. The other 5 exiled to the realm of the beyond.
It's called getting grouped, mate.
Yeah, no one wants that.
Oh, what a start, 8-7. How does that happen? And right now, both teams fighting tooth and nail to get through. Okay.
Yeah, man, pretty gnarly from Masuta. That's what we're used to seeing out of this guy, though. It's not even a surprise at this point. Oh, Masuta gets a BS kill with a Glock. Yeah, just another Thursday, mate. Down in the pit, ZTR flashed off, but look at Shox getting stuck in with this. Oh, okay. Never mind. ZTR drops 2, and now the double setup is uncovered, but they drop the bomb. Apex up through short side of Masuta is a long way away. So Apex is left fighting this battle solo for the time being. Ooh, out through long, Masuta trying to gain some ground, and it's another little BS Glock kill for Masuta. This guy making it feel doable, and he's saying to Apex, you know what, bud, you just give it a look in, don't you worry about me. I'm doing my own thing in through the apartments. Masuta here to collect the debts of NIP. Barges out through the door, spots the man in the sight, and Nork taps them both out of the round. It's Nork, baby, to put this round on the board for NIP.
Yeah, some good shots from Vitality, but that double pit setup, that's what really wins them the round, right? The last thing that Vitality were expecting after, they get 2 kills off of this as well before killing the first guy. ZTR doubles up. The last thing I was ready for is one more man in the same position. And with the bomb loose, it's all about just holding on to the site. With Vitality, a guarantee they're coming your way. So we're buying an AK in this round. We've got pistols forced up and a great grenade to do some devastating damage onto ZywOo. Lots of SMGs here for NIP. Banana controlled, but NIP won't leave players down the bottom. Rare to see that nowadays. Just so easy to clear out, right? Far better to play the percentages, fall back, play safe, use your util, stall a play, call a third rotate, rather than risk it all on one man in a corner, hoping he doesn't get cleared. Not to matter though, Vitality moving up into A right now, moving on the long side. Nork, the 1M4 in the best position for it right now. They're going to check the corner. They won't check Nork. The AK versus the M4s, I was chased him away, and he's opened up a path to CT. If they want to wrap B, they can. But Apex is the only man in Banana, so the bomb comes back to join him, and it's a 2-2 split into the 2-man hold.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to bring your 2-2s to the 2-man, right? That's the problem here at Banana. You're trying to ballet your way around these gunshots, and it's not landing. It's not looking good. Shoxy's dropped, and even though that CT wrap is in, it's been cut down by the MP9 of Plopsky. The B play was doomed. The moment those 2 players at Banana are engaged upon and go down, the bomb is lost, and so suddenly the game plan out the window for Vitality. Just having to take an eco here. This means NIP could have a nice, easy route to double digits.
You like that, don't you? On their map pick as well, like this is a team that, as said on the desk, has seemingly been getting better every single game. Not the only ones, right? Ensa is certainly a notable team inside of this group that came in hot and will not stop. So this group hasn't exactly gone the way that we expected, but welcome players and welcome opponents in that top 3. Hampus gets deked through a smoke. He's still alive. And again, NIP will pull back. out of the banana eventually, but they won't do it without at least a bit of a flex on the way out. Okay, double dink down through the wood. Apex kills Hampus. He never sees him. Bobski's still here. Can the Deagle find a little bit more? Oh, that could have been a free round right there if they got that kill, but instead they're still trying to mince in middle. Rez taking down Masuta and stalls it out again. They're just not giving Vitality trades in this position. The gun's been given over. Apex can smoke CT, and there's still only Bobski at B, so he can't afford to fall right now.
Yeah, the rotations are coming in pretty quickly, though. Soplopsky has just been freed up to fight this, especially with the mid-wrap from Rez. Only danger now at a round like this is like if Rez got found on the flank, but it never even comes down to that. And IP is nice, it's clean, 4 for Plopsky on the B hold, and now we have that investment coming back through for Team Vitality. I remember, while we have like the grandiose sense of this series, for Vitality to guarantee themselves a little playoff slot, they need the 2-0.
Yeah.
So there's a lot riding, not just on winning this series of Vitality, but winning it dominantly.
And right now, this is anything but dominant, right? They are fighting tooth and nail for each and every round. NIP on the full buy, deal with that eco with ease. Oh, the spam could do a lot more, but only 10 damage to ZTR. He'll live to tell the tale. AK's climbing up into apartments, but they will be met with these MP9s. Side by side, covering each other's backs. And these can really chew through, right? Double dink into the apartments. They won't last long. They're going to fall back early with the Molotov. They've at least stalled Vitality in getting this position anyway. So we might hear Nork leave there. But it's only a jump away. He's still going to hang around on the long side. 4 on A right now. But with top B getting taken, you've got to throw a rotate at the problem. And in fact, 2 will be the port of call for NIP moving over the AWP and Rez. It is all but a ruse here for Vitality. Will they go back to this heavy mid and app setup that they're currently possessing? Oh, what a read for NIP. They've done it. And it's going to pay dividends.
Ooh, they're flashing the MP9 through. Rez has got to clear close. And now he's trapped at the sandbags, but still good for the double. Tensions at an all-time high. Vitality now realizing that this B site is not where they want to end up. They rotate away, but Plopsky has got this information ahead of time. 15 seconds into the A site they go, picking up a lot of pace, and they've got to go even faster. Hampus from down in the pit, just trying to buy time, trying to slow down this site take and whittle down the numbers. Apex deleted by ZTR with the MP9, and the triple stack at B is flawless. Forcing Vitality's hand back into an A play, arriving at the site with 10 seconds left, means that they could never clear these positions properly. They didn't have a utility left to cut anyone out of the round. And so that is a big push from Rez and Co at the B side of the map to make that round happen in the first place.
How does Rez even recover that spray as well? He's completely off and then just flicks back and gets the kill. ZTR, man, he didn't make like an explosive debut with his team, but he is looking so much more dependable in these games as we see NIP go through the group. That's a great sign. Getting a multi-kill on that A site there as well, backing up now, everyone armed for NIP. Quite the disparity between the Tech 9s of Vitality, and they're going to move up short as well. Rez ready on the short side, smoke down, they're going to go over the car. He's so blind, these flashes render everyone useless, everyone but ZTR, because he's boosted in the site. Masuta tucked down behind, will only get 1, and that's going to be another clean-ish round for NIP. 1 death, no problem. 12-8, and we need rounds out of Vitality stat.
Yeah, they got to come in quick, right? You got to stop NIP before they pick up too much momentum, too much confidence on this CT side. Yeah, we talk about ZTR. I think someone else who deserves an honorable mention here is Nork, right? Who had a very slow, I say very slow, just like a slow start to this series. He wins that 1v2 clutch, getting 4 kills in the round. Almost wins a 1v4 as well with the near ace. And since then, man, his confidence has been through the roof. And so once again, he's really pushing the boat out, seeing how much he can get away with. He's gone aggressive in through the apartments, nails that shot to Masuta, and lives to tell the tale. There's no trade from Sharks. who's just stuck waiting in the bedroom. We've all been there and we hate it. Bomb's going back towards B. You see ZywOo taking it round. Shox is still selling this A fake, hoping that this smoke, this lurk smoke out of the apartments can keep players here. And thus far, it's done a good job, right? All three staying on A now that they've seen that smoke. Shox leaves, and the rest of Vitality try to make some headway in towards this B bomb site.
Yeah, RPK on the entry. Hampus is going to peek out after the flash. Popsky not cleared, and Hampus helps out on the second peek as well. Apex trades, but he's not going to live long. Shox late to the party. Now has to blow out some birthday candles, but Popsky's the first to clear. He does do it. How does he survive through the smoke? That spam puts him on 14. Plant coming in, he's committed to it. No one here to stop it. No smoke either for the spawn, and Molly will have to do, and he peeks ahead of the flashbang, blinded, and Nork takes him out with the AWP. NIP get a quick, clean retake under wraps, and the B players hold their own, even with that fake smoke, right? Even with the lurker Shox. And those rotates stalled out. It is not a problem in the slightest. Popsky and Hampus hold their own inside of B, and NIP are giving us a masterclass right now on the CT side. Not giving Vitality any room, any respect. Nork's feeling it, man. 21-9 on this AWP.
Yeah, I mean, you can't not love what we're getting out of NIP, but it's at a very unfortunate time for Vitality fans and Vitality. This CT half flawless, 6 in a row. NIP, while they're going from strength to strength, Vitality, they're going from copium to copium. Trying to deal with this one. Quite a rough hand to get dealt here. An on-fire NIP in a game that you had to win dominantly.
Yeah. They get past the molly. Mid is now Vitality's. That's something, right? They've been no strangers to playing fast, to playing out a spawn here, but could that be their undoing? Because Nork is primed and ready on the angle. He's going to get flashed off. I like the pace. Can they overwhelm Nork? The smoke down. Oh, random shot, and it connects. He finds Apex. ZTR hiding on the edge of a smoke. They're going to go through into this site. No waiting around, and maybe they should have reconsidered, because on the other side it is a dastardly gentleman. Shox now can't hold on, and ZTR another multi-kill on this A anchor. He has been full of them this game. It does feel like Vitality are just throwing caution to the wind in many of these rounds. Oh dear. Running through long smokes, getting picked through arch smokes. There's not really much you can rely on right now. And up against 14, with no T-side to show for it, with nothing to fall back on, saying, oh yeah, this worked. It's back to Tech 9s, and it's back to be fast. Oh, they get churned up in the Molotov, and they've got to drop smokes on them if they want to commit. Look at the health they're taking. Look at the damage done, dealt out, and Plopsky's trying to finish the job. He gets a dink, not finishing Masuta, but the nades could instead. Molly onto default. They'll have to plant at the back of the site.
Yeah, 3-on-3, right? One of the best chances you've had, and it's on a buy like this.
Oh,
damage is good for Apex. Oh, now with another kill coming in, it might just be this save. Finally, Vitality might have broken this streak. Nork don't look interested. He's just trying to take down players as they leave.
He's got 13 grand, mate. He doesn't care if you lose this in AWP. He knows he can't win the round, but he does want the kills as they leave the bomb site. Almost hitting that flick. But one will do. And not much he could have done in that position either, right? Not retaking a 1-on-3 with the AWP. Masuta even dies to the bomb. It's very low from all the damage done inside of the site from Hampus and Plopsky. There's Molotovs as well. Vitality don't respect them. They had to go through. Those rotates are already running amok through CT. And so, yeah, okay, the fast rounds, they've been pretty hit and miss, more so miss than hit, but finally they do something. Charging into the B-bomb site and getting around. But is that something you can rely on? 4B for NIP, or 3 rather, to get that util down once again.
the silent boost into the apartments. Not that usual little audio cue that you can get if you do it without the man boosting you up. Means they're out through the boiler very, very quickly. Top mid control already taken. Look at Plopsky, though. Down through Banana, freeing up a rotation from Nork as a potential now. Bomb is still dropped at T-Ramp, right? So for Vitality, even though they've got all this ground in top mid, even though they've got this territory locked in, not the A play guaranteed. And the fact that they've even got RPK holding with that bomb for a banana flank means that this could all culminate in a late B play with the illusion given that this is going to be the A site take.
Yeah, they're really hoping that someone makes a mistake and aggresses B, and that's where the punish kill can come through. But it's the other way around. RPK peeks into Nork, and the Orb gets the opener. It won't even need help as well. Vitality continue to pressure on their A control. Plopsky dinked, or gets a dink, but it gets domed as well. And now this B split that didn't work earlier might be the answer here for Vitality. Good kill for ZywOo. The Orb and CT watching, waiting, and even hitting Masuta. He can't get the kill, and he needs every shot he can find. Oh, pulls the knife as Apex comes out of the cubby. And Vitality, a great mid to B split, finding their 10th round.
Yeah, that's a bit of a shame for Nork, right? He's having a great game. You could feel him trying to outposition there in what was becoming a 1v4 for him. And the timing just couldn't get any worse. Even landing that tag onto Masuta earlier on will just be the save. Vitality up to 10, reaching double digits, keeping this competitive. Money's so stacked for an IP, though, that Vitality, you know, this is going to feel like a real grind. Like, you're going to be coming into rounds up against Rifles a hell of a lot. So you don't have that normal advantage of the T side and, you know, the comeback potential that's there where you're getting these, like, 2-for-1 rounds, right? You're winning, then you're breaking the money. You don't get that no more. Oh, Hampers. That's ballsy. It just runs down Apex right at the end. Doesn't even save the AK.
Oh, poor Apex. Probably like, you know, looking at his
he's like talking to everyone, like, all right, guys, good round, you know.
We do next.
Oh, well.
Okay. But at this point, it is 14-10. Like, you're less thinking about the money, you're more thinking about the rounds, right? You can afford to rebuy, rather, and they're not out the woods yet, NIP. Money's starting to drip as well. 14-10. And still in a very good position, but a couple of rounds in a row for Vitality is going to give them some hope still. Molly up Banana, Molly down Banana. Trading nades. Oh, that's a dunk and a half. 2 more to follow. Hampus dead. Nothing he could have done except not play the sandbags, but too late to realize. You don't get much reaction time when those HEs fly in, and now with him cleared out, they can molly the top of B and start to check corners. Apex hoping no one is pushed up in the smoke. And he has confirmed that for now. But 3B rotates and Rez alone on this A site. He's missed the timing. They've crept out mid. Masuta blinded, somehow wins that fight. And this might have to be a save. Like, you're just so out of position if you're NIP. You've read into the B play and it's not happened. Vitality's cooling is picking up pace.
So because today is, you know, a super day, we got a lot of games going on all around the streams, right? And all these results are impacting each other. I'm going to come in with a bit of an update from the B and C streams. Now, if anyone doesn't want these ruined, this is your time to mute the stream. I'm going to give you, like, now. There you go. You're out of time. Okay, hopefully you did it. If you didn't, I'm sorry. It's currently FaZe dominated over Ents in the first map, 16-4.
Ooh,
not even close, baby. And then we got Mouse Sports versus G2. That was dominant. For Mouse Sports,
no, really?
16-6 over there.
Right.
And so here, in Vitality versus NIP, we've got the only close game going on.
Yeah, glad we get it.
So we've done well there.
Yeah.
The little Vincey Dusties, you know, they out there, they getting these stomps. But Hugo, we getting this close game. Vitality, NIP, 11-14. And it might have been this huge streak for NIP early on, right? But in these last few rounds, Vitality have started to find their footing. They've started to build back into this game. That is the last thing you wanted if you're NIP. And you want to try and nip this in the bud before it gets out of hand.
Yeah, some great calling coming out of these rounds, like avoiding stacks in the last 3, forcing uncomfortable saves, as Inferno often has. So NIP They need to talk this through as much as Vitality do. This could have been a closer. This could have been a wash, but instead, the Frenchmen hold on. And now they're building a bank as well. Now they have something to fall back on if things don't go to plan. And so 14 to 11. And it's really heating up a notch.
Oh, big opener for ZywOo. Hampus on the receiving end of that. Rough situation here for NIP. We've just highlighted how, you know, they really want to try and take this momentum back before it gets too late in the game. And now they've lost their IGL early.
Yeah, he has been getting picked to B, right, like a couple of times, leaving Popsky on his own, and we never really see B stacks until, you know, Vitality fake them out and force NIP to stack B and then hit the A site. Like, it's really good avoidance. Popsky, again, not calling for help. Thinks he can do it all on his own. It's a risk you got to take in a round like this. Does still have a smoke to stall, but going out. All the grenades actually gone from this B-bomb site. And Vitality, at least this stack is kept on A because they're walking right back into it. Nork on the orb, holding the corner. ZywOo, is he going to come back in for another opening kill, another pick? Perhaps.
Oh. They bait the shot out of Nork. Drops the molly. ZTR, that's yeah, you're dead there, man. There's no recovering that. Ooh. And Rez is followed up onto as well. Nork is still here and now is the only man who can make a difference, but fully blind, Apex deletes him from the round. And Vitality, they are getting back into this 12 to 14. It's undeniable now that this is starting to shape up for this Vitality comeback.
And NIP, and that time, you know, they have been like led the wrong way in some of these rounds. That time they read it well. They still have 3 in middle. They have a big crossfire. The orb shot baited out. You know, ZTR trapped under Balk, just getting spammed from the wide peak. And then Rez, you're thinking like, surely he can at least go 1-for-1 there. And he just gets hard cleared by Vitality coming up short in Boiler. So nothing to fall back on there. Nothing to rely on for NIP. Nork gets 1 kill and then loses the AWP. He still has money, yes, but money has never been the problem here for the Ninjas. They've been buying every single one of these rounds, and they will continue to do so until it might be too late. $12 to 14. Baby steps, but look at those streaks there. All blue to begin, and now 4 in a row for Vitality.
Yeah, a little pause for NIP. A little chance to try and figure out what's happening, guys. We were winning. It was going so good, you know, we were winning. And now, how on earth has this happened? Apex is just reading us. He's deleting us. ZywOo with that AWP, that annoying ZywOo guy. Masuta. He's not even meant to be playing this map, and he's just wrecking us.
Double pause as well, worth noting. None left if this goes the distance or if it hits overtime.
Oh, look, we got the fisties in.
Is that what they're called?
Don't think anyone calls them that, no.
I heard that.
No.
Probably sweat.
Couple of fisties with the Nip Boys.
Sounds like a drink. All right. Well, it's all come down to this. Map 1, NIP's pick. Dominance at 1 point, but Vitality, second wind in the second half, right at the very end. And it may be a bitter end for NIP if they drop the ball in this one. 14 to 12, still looking to close. ZywOo's AWP has been good.
Oh, we got the double AWP in play for NIP. Yeah, okay. Is this a potential turning point? Hampus on that secondary AWP. We have seen him deliver some great moments on this secondary AWP.
Yeah.
I think we've got 2 teams in the server right now with very, very strong double AWP setups.
Even when we had Twist on this team and he was swapped out of primary AWP for Nork, it was typically like Twist primary, Nork secondary. Even when Twist, you know, went back off the AWP role, we even saw on this map Hampus AWP over him without a doubt every time without fail. Like, and that's because his B AWP is really, really good, just locking down this top banana position, rarely like going for these audacious car peaks, but settling back here and getting kills is going to be mollied out, can't hang around, and sets up in CT instead. Now they know the AWP's here, but do they know it's one of 2?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? You hear that AWP ringing out and you're thinking, well, Nork's at B, boys, so let's try and deal with him. But it's not Nork at all. It is Hampus lying in wait. This second AWP is in top middle. Vitality pressuring both sides of the map. Look at how deep Apex has gotten. Oh, the backpack showed on screen for a second there from behind the pillar. Plopsky draws the attention in, and there's the double swing from sight. Vitality now surge back up through A. Nork trying to hold the middle, isn't giving them the room, isn't giving them the time of day. ZywOo and Masuta left to pull this one back, or else it's 15 to NIP. Map point in a series that Vitality need to win. The damage done through the smoke. ZywOo nailing that first shot, but still alive and still causing problems is Nork, who's not giving them an inch of ground over towards A. 15 for NIP. And now one away from taking this map.
He's just glad they finally came his way, Harry. He's been getting avoided in the CT side. That's a very unfortunate call for Apex to make. You said he got super deep into B, right? He was pushed all the way through because Hampus was hiding behind the pillar. Apex makes the call like, guys, I'm in B. I see nothing. I'm very deep. Come join me. The bomb, in the meantime, while Rez is dead in mid, the bomb's running to B. Apex then gets peeked by Hampus. Plopsky gets another. And then suddenly the bomb's stuck in no man's land, having to 180 and run back into the padded A site. There was no safety. There was no easy option there for Vitality. Misinformation. The B was not as defended as it was. Retake utility up B. They're not going to be pushing off this, but they will be dropping the smoke molly combo to clear out the car, either force you forward or back. And RBK goes forward, but he gets flashed at the same time. That's not gone well, but they are blind and no one sees anything, nor anyone.
Everyone was blind. It's basically the point we're trying to drive home here, right? We just big flash, everyone's blind, no one sees anything. But now the real play might look to come through. Look at this, right? Vitality hinging their entire hopes of making this comeback happen. All these rounds that they got, you know, up against 14, now hinge on the back of a B execute. As simple as it gets. They try to break the hold apart, but they can't get past Hampus. He's still alive, still looking to cause problems, and with missed shots coming in, he's gone on a bit of a tear. Shox is now low. Nork is still alive, and alongside him, it's ZTR. Apex, a lot of pressure on his shoulders, and giving that kill over now leaves it on Shoxy with 5 points of health. As good as this guy is in clutches, this is asking a hell of a lot. They don't know where the second man is either. Shox now set up in the pool, needs to be flawless. And there's the first. The follow-up brings Nork down low, and it's Shox with 5 HP to make the 1v2 happen and keep the dream alive for Vitality of a victory on this first map.
Oh, that's a dirty tap there for Shox, and even the damage through the wall as well. He barely sees the orb, and Shox lays it to rest. After a very good B hold as well, considering that was a 5-man execute. Nork was gifted a kill, getting back into the retake, but Shox repositions to perfection. And Re to double Coffin's retake setup. 13 to 15 on the back foot. This is the first eco we've seen from NIP in this half. The first low economy round. They have been buying and buying some more and always had everything they need. Not today. They got to play for round 30. They may have 15, but no guarantee of anything but overtime. ZywOo almost gets given the mid pick. Triple B setup here. NIP trusting in their A hold. You don't really have much choice. You got to gamble one way or the other. They may have read it right for now. 4 players moving up Banana in Vitality's pocket. Not enough utility to sell fakes either. They've got just a couple of smokes left as they throw 2 in. Actually, sorry, they were already thrown out. That's why. And they're going to commit off the first volley as well. Look at this rotate. 4 CTs here. NIP can't afford to win on an eco. That would be horrendous for Vitality. They need to get these kills, but they're so blind. So are the CTs. It's the same case again.
I don't like it. I don't like what's happening. Oh, Vitality all hinges on this. Rez with 1, and ZywOo's keeping it all in favor of Vitality. They dodged the danger well. And now just ZTR. 1v3, while 2 of these players are low, this should still be an impossible round. He splashes himself through, tries to power through these smokes, and now tagging RPK, but he just swings him, nails the shot. 3 for RPK in that round there, 2 for ZywOo. Big stuff from the 2 of them, and now we arrive at 14-15. Overtime or bust for Vitality.
Yeah, you got to be feeling the pressure here if you're Nip as well, right? Even though they have that lock-in of 15, that breathing room at the very least, you do not want Vitality, who are picking up steam, who are showing face in the second half, finally, to get us into OT, because momentum could be their undoing. Especially considering OT's not going to, like, it's not a game where NIP have been, oh, we've been eco all half, we haven't really had the guns. Like, they've had all the opportunities to close this map, and they've been unable to do so. RPK runs through a Molotov, the AWP's in apps, Nork shotgunning up close, but he's only going to get ones. I would trade, and if he wants, there's an AWP there, but he didn't buy one, so you can presume not. Keeping up the pace towards this A site. Was the bomb even spotted? Probably not. Shox was way behind Zywoo. And so it's not like NIP can even fall back into the knowledge that Vitality were trying to take the A site, and probably still will. 2 CTs here. Vitality have struggled to win on A though. So a third rotate, Hampus moving over. This could be the call that closes the map for NIP.
Yeah, you've got your pieces in the right place and potentially at the right time. Hampus playing around this long smoke has just removed RPK. That now triggers the go button for the rest of Vitality. They spill out of the apartment. Shox is still playing over the top of this smoke, but a man down. We need a hero to emerge down in the pit. Rez is good for another. Oh, this is getting out of hand. It's getting out of control, and Rez goes on a tear to close out this map. 1-0 to NIP. Heartbreak for Vitality. But this series is just starting, with more maps still to come, more Counter-Strike right around the corner. There is nowhere else that you would rather be than right here